So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch. So
here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. And they're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is RG3. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
These wet conditions, the point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Hill. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Griffin buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do something.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenny Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Rudolph. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Ready? 60 or.
They'll try and run forward with counter. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. There are the numbers for McDonald from a week ago. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Clear. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. They go.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tim Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. And the pressure gets to him again. Kenny Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at the 20. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Griffin, flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watch the screen.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on second and 10. Griffin, and he whips that one incomplete there. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Griffin. And he's got Snead. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up second and 9. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kenny Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. Right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mason Rudolph leading this offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw, Rudolph. Able to find Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across the field. Now Rudolph on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Rudolph. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now it's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Rudolph under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Rudolph now to throw, and he's going to go down again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. And got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Robert Griffin III now gears up to lead this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here comes the ball.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. Now missed out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Rudolph looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenny Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 84 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Robert Griffin III now gears up to lead this offense again. He'll be kind of looking to erase the first part of this third quarter from his memory partner.
I think he was upset that they actually got to halftime. Because you saw him in the first half. He was really sharp.
And they had the lead.
Had the lead. Everything was going well.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now this throw complete to Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
60 outlaw.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Griffin. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Griffin. And that will be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how
Rudolph loses the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And an alley to run. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Rudolph. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. There's Griffin to throw, but it'll be second and goal. Terrell Basham coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, Griffin got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Staying on the ground with Samuels. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Griffin going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Griffin. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the interception, here's Griffin. And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, Griffin's going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, it's Hill. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last throw here for Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McDonald. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big offensive experience.